How are you all? Very good. I hope you all are fine. So first we have completed the first lesson of the SST, that is our national symbols, isn't it? And I think we have completed the exercise also, including notes, broad question answers, objectives, and everything. Then we have solved the worksheet related to that lesson and all, isn't it? In this way we have completed our first lesson. Now today we are going to start the second lesson of the SST. But before that, I hope you all are completing your all the notes in the particular respective notebooks, isn't it? You all are writing that answers, exercise, question answers, everything in the notebook. You have to write it, my children, in a very neat and clean, proper handwriting. Okay? So today we are going to start the second lesson of the SST, that is our national and cultural heritage. Isn't it? Our natural and cultural heritage. So let's see what is mean by this. Yes, children. First we will see about the name of the lesson. India is a land of rich culture and heritage. Heritage includes culture, traditions, historic buildings, language, dance and music, art forms, coins, etc. that have been passed down from our earlier generations. These people lived long before us and are commonly referred to as our ancestor. Understood? What is meant by culture, what is meant by heritage, and what is meant by ancestors. See children, India is a land of rich culture and heritage. We know, we can see the different varieties about the different cultures and the heritage. Now what is meant by heritage? What it includes? In heritage it includes culture, tradition, after that historic buildings, historical monuments which we can see in our country India, that is, for example, maybe Qutub Minar, Taj Mahal, etc. Then different language which are spoken in our country. Then different dance forms and music, isn't it? Then art forms. What is art forms? Art form means we can see the different types of paintings, carvings, for example Ajanta Ellora cave paintings, then carvings, etc. Then we can see the different coins also, and all these things that have passed down from our earlier generation. All these things are passed down from our earlier generations. So these people lived long before us and commonly referred to as our ancestors. Isn't it? Understood? Have you cleared about what is meant by culture, heritage and ancestor? These people lived long before us, long ago. Sometimes we have never seen this. Okay, so they are commonly referred to as our ancestor. Understood? So here, what is heritage? Now heritage means built environment, natural environment, art effects. These are all things covered in the heritage. In Marathi we say it as a Varsa. So what is this all? It is heritage. Understood till here everyone? Very good. So there are two types of heritage. So the first one which we are going to see, our natural heritage. Natural, obviously my children, natural means all the things which are related to the nature. Just like animals, birds, plants, forest, mountains, rivers, valleys and other natural features. You can see the different pictures also on the screen. I have mentioned forest, mountains, valleys, rivers, waterfalls, greenery, birds, plants, forest, everything. It includes our natural heritage. Now we'll see about it. Our natural heritage comprises the environment that surround us. Isn't it, children? These all things which we can see, they all are around us. That is the environment. It includes the unique animals, birds, plants, forests, mountains, rivers, valleys and other natural features which are found in our country. Many of these are worshipped and have religious significance. Some have interesting folklores associated with them. So these things are worshipped by the human beings, isn't it? The things which are related to our nature, they includes they known as the natural heritage. These things we can say it as ये भगवान ने हमको दिया हुआ वरदान है, isn't it? So it includes in natural heritage, animals, plants, which these all things are related to the nature. This known as natural heritage. Now the second type is our cultural heritage. What is meant by culture? Culture means different what we can say religion, or we can say the caste, not only but religions. We follow the different types of culture. It includes in that. See here. First, the traditional style of architecture means construction, the different types of monuments. Then places of worship. Hindu people, they go in the temple. Christian, church. Muslims, mosque, etc. Then inscriptions. What is meant by inscriptions, children? Inscription means carving in the caves, or we can see the carvings on the temple also. Actually inscription means stamps, isn't it? Or the old language which was referred in the ancient period. Then the pottery, different types of pottery we can see, and different designs are also on that pottery. Then the coins from the ancient period to till now. Then different dance forms, for example Kathak, Bharatnatyam, Western dance, etc. Then drama. Then different types of music, just like classical music, or we can say folk music. And again paintings. Then literature means we can see the different books in different languages. Then we are using the different languages also all over the country. Then different food habits, fast food, traditional food, South Indian food, Punjabi food, this all. Then dressing styles, according to our tradition we can use the different dresses also. Then housing, isn't it? Different types of house. Mainly houses, the construction of the houses are depend on the climate of that particular area. For example, if there is a heavy rainfall in that area, the houses are having sloping roof, isn't it? So like this, folklores also, and the different festivals. So what we can say about our country, it is a variety which we can see. The different traditions, different festivals. Understood? So this all includes in our cultural heritage. Till here everyone understood, my dear children? Okay. Now we are going to see these all points in the deep information, with the deep information. For example, what is mean our traditional style of architecture? What things are included in that? So let us see what are that. Just a minute. So the first point is architecture. So in architecture, what things include? See here, forts, palaces, temples, monasteries, pillars. These all things built by our ancestor help us understood their lives better. Now here you know the forts, which is called Killa. Then palaces, in ancient period how the kings people, they are living in their different palaces. One of the best example of palaces is in the Rajasthan. We can see there. Then the temples, monasteries. Do you know what is meant by monasteries? Yes, children, monasteries means monk. Do you know this monk? They live in that monasteries. For example, just like we can say it as a mart, isn't it? जो साधु लोग, भगवान की सेवा या पूजा करने वाले लोग, they all are living in the monasteries. And pillars built by our ancestor help us understood their lives better. Now here are I put some photos. From that you can have an idea about that particular, how the lives, the people, how they are living in the ancient period. So it is said that the earliest architectural remains in India belong to the Indus Valley civilization. Very olden days, ancient period. This architecture belongs to the Indus Valley civilization. Here you can see in the picture the Indus Valley civilization, how the constructions are there of houses, of even water management also, how the people they are dealing with all this situation. So its ruins speak about the 5,000-year-old architecture marvels. So this Indus Valley civilization, it is said that the 5,000 years ago this Indus Valley civilization is there. Okay, so in the period following the Indus Valley civilization, many other buildings were constructed. So in that particular period, with the Indus Valley civilization, following this, many other buildings also constructed. Among them included the Buddhist stupas at Sanchi and Sarnath. See here, you can see in the picture, this is the Buddhist stupa which is at Sanchi and Sarnath. Then the Ajanta and Ellora caves and the Elephanta caves. See here, you can see this is the Ajanta Ellora caves, this one, and here you can see the Elephanta caves. Ajanta Ellora caves are in Aurangabad, near it is, and Elephanta caves in Mumbai. We have to go to, if we want to visit the Elephanta caves, we have to go by the boat over there. Nice places. Here we can see the different carvings and inscriptions which are written in the ancient period. There are several statues of deities and murals in this building. What is meant by murals, children? Do you know? Murals means a wall painting, a picture which is painted on the wall. Sometimes we by this wall paintings we can identify or we can know about the lifestyle of in the ancient period, how the people they are living, how they are hunting the animals and all, etc. Even there are several statues of deities, especially Ajanta Ellora caves and Elephanta caves. We can see the carving of the beautiful statues of the deities. Understood? So this all includes in the architecture. Architecture means a style of making and constructing the building. So ancient period, how the people they are constructing, how they are living, we can know the information about this all things by this historical monuments. We can say these are the identification marks also. Till here everyone understood? If you have any doubt, any queries, please you can ask me by the mail. Understood? Yes. So we'll move towards the next point, that is temples also. Now here the Sun Temple at Konark, then Khajuraho Temple in Madhya Pradesh, then Meenakshi Temple at Madurai, which is in the state of Tamil Nadu, then Brihadeshwara Temple also in Tamil Nadu, and Hampi Temple in Karnataka. So these all the ruins of these all are the examples of the temples which were built in the past. We can see the beautiful carving on the temple, beautiful statues on the temple. These are the best examples. You can zoom this picture and you can easily see the carvings here. This is the Sun Temple, Konark. This is the Khajuraho Temple in Madhya Pradesh. This is Meenakshi Temple at Madurai. This one Hampi Temple in Karnataka. And this one Brihadeshwara Temple in Tamil Nadu. So these are the best examples of the temples built in the past. Again, now we see the different historical monuments, different temples also, and then here are some buildings: the Red Fort, Qutub Minar, Jama Masjid, Humayun's Tomb and Taj Mahal. These all are the famous monuments which are located in our country. Now Red Fort, where it is? Yes children, it is in Delhi. It shot all this construction or all these buildings or all this construction we can see in Delhi only. Red Fort, Qutub Minar, Jama Masjid, Humayun's Tomb and Taj Mahal. Even Taj Mahal is one of the wonder, isn't it, in the world, from the 7 wonders. The Taj Mahal in Agra, made up of white marbles, is one of the 7 wonders of the world. So, my dear children, this all includes in the architecture of our country India, which is a part of cultural heritage. From this all historical monuments or architecture or the buildings, we can know about the previous or about the ancient lifestyle of the India. So children, this all things includes in the architecture. Architecture means a style of constructing building, isn't it? In what way they are constructing the particular monument, it is known as architecture. So we can see these are the best examples of architecture which are used in the ancient period of India. Till here everyone understood? Very good. So we will move towards the next point, that is paintings. Nowadays we can use the watercolors, brush and all. But in olden days or in ancient days, where these things, it is not possible to paint by the watercolors and all. So how the paintings are there in the ancient period? Let us see. So different style of paintings developed at different times in the past in India. We can see over here. The cave paintings made by early humans at Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. This is the example of paintings. Then the wall paintings of Ajanta and Ellora. See here. Different style of paintings developed at different times in the past in India. The cave paintings made by early humans at Bhimbetka. Here you can see. Then here the wall paintings of Ajanta and Ellora. You can see. Now children, Ajanta and Ellora caves are there and there are wall paintings. By that wall paintings, we can see the lifestyle of Gautam Buddha. See here. The paintings of Ajanta and Ellora depicting the life of Buddha at oldest example of our rich heritage in painting. See, the lifestyle of Gautam Buddha, it is paint in the, we can see the paintings of this all in the Ajanta Ellora caves. Isn't it? The lifestyle of Gautam Buddha. And after that, in the latter period, the paintings done by the Mughal emperors. Just a minute. See here. The paintings done by the Mughal emperors. In latter period, the Mughal paintings flourished and were called miniature paintings due to their small size. Why it is known as miniature, my children? because these all pictures are painted in the small size. Isn't it? Miniature means a representation or image of something in a small size. Very small size. That is why these are known as miniatures. Miniatures means which are painted in the very small size. So we can see here are the examples of court scene during the Mughal period. Then hunting scene during the Mughal period. How they are hunting the animals. And here we can see the battle scene during the Mughal period. Battle fighting. See here. So these all are the paintings during the Mughal period. This is also one of the best example for the cultural heritage. Means what we can say, the India have blessed with a rich culture. And children, this depicted court scene, hunting scenes and battle scenes from Hindu epics like Mahabharata and Ramayana. Just now we have seen the serials, isn't it? Mahabharata and Ramayana during the lockdown period. Yes or no? So it is what we can say. These scenes are from the Hindu epics, that is Ramayana and Mahabharata. So understood architecture, what is meant by architecture and what is meant by paintings? Very good. Now we'll see the next point, that is dance. Now according to your tradition, according to our culture, the dance forms also changes. Now dance forms in India are broadly categorized into classical and folk style. So first we'll see the classical dance. Classical dances were earlier performed in the temples as a form of worship or in courts for recreation. Isn't it? In the olden time or ancient period, the classical dance are performed into the temple at the time of the different festivals. Why? It is just like a worship, or it is performed into the court as a form of recreation. Recreation, it means entertainment. Change something for that. Some of the major classical dances of India and their home states are listed in the table, which you can see. Now there are different classical dances are there, and they includes to their particular home state. Now here classical dance is Bharatnatyam, which is from the Tamil Nadu state. Odissi, which is from the Odisha state. Kathakali, it is the dance style or classical dance style from the Kerala. Mohiniyattam, it is also dance style from the Kerala. Then Kathak, North India. Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh. Manipuri, which is related to the Manipur state. Now here children, Kathakali and Kathak, don't get confused. These two are different types of classical dance form. Kathakali, which belongs to Kerala state, and Kathak, which belongs to North India. Isn't it? Here in the picture you can see the Bharatnatyam dancer. See the pose, drapery, how they are wearing their dresses and all. And here you can see the Kathakali dance. Performance is going on. And see their drapery, how they are dancing, see their facial expressions. Understood? Best examples these are. Yes. So these are the classical dances which are related to the different states. Please be attentive and by heart this chart, because it may come as a match the following or fill in the blanks for. Understood till here everyone? Very good. Now this is the information related to the classical dances. See here. Now in India there are famous classical dancers. Here you can see these famous dancers of India. Sonal Mansingh. See here. She is the famous classical dancer. Again, Pandit Birju Maharaj. Here Mallika Sarabhai, where it is Mallika Sarabhai, and here Uday Shankar. It is the oldest photo of Uday Shankar. So these are the famous classical dancers of India. Understood? Yes. Now the another dance style or another type of dance is known as folk dances. Now children, what is meant by folk dances? Folk dances means actually it is group dance of a particular people which shows the culture or tradition of that particular state. Understood? Folk dances are usually performed during festivals, harvests and marriages by people from the community. Some folk dances of India are listed in the table. You can see it on the screen. Mainly children, these folk dances are performed during the marriage ceremony or during the festivals or harvest time in India. Harvest means when what we can say, when we can get the grains from the crops. Understood? That is known as harvest. So these are the famous folk dances and which state they are belongs. So first one is the Garba and Dandiya, which is related to the Gujarat. Second, Ghumar, which is related to the Rajasthan. Then Bhangra and Gidda, which is related to the Punjab. And Bihu dance style, which is related to the Assam. Means children, if we saw this such type of dances, from their dance we can easily identify that performs which state or that belongs to which state. Nowadays Garba and Dandiya is very famous because in Navratri we all are enjoyed that dance style, isn't it? So their drapery of that particular Dandiya and Garba dance. So from that drapery and makeup and all that dance steps, we can easily say that it is related to the Gujarat. It is the dance style from the Gujarat state. Understood till here everyone? Now the main type of the folk dances is the tribal dance. Do you know what is meant by tribal? Tribal means it is the group of a people. They all belongs to a particular community. Understood? See here. These are the best examples of the tribal dance. Now the examples which includes Gaur Maria of Madhya Pradesh. You can zoom it and you can see. Gaur Maria of Madhya Pradesh. Then Panthi of Chhattisgarh. Then here Gotipua of Odisha. These all are the tribal dances. See the picture, you can see. Then Thangtha of Manipur. Then Changlo of Nagaland. So these all are the examples of the tribal dances. Tribal means a group of people. They all are belongs to a particular community and they perform the dance style. Till here understood? Everyone? If you have any doubt, any queries, you can ask me by mail. Okay? So, in this way children, today we have started the second lesson of SST, that is our natural and cultural heritage. In that firstly we saw the natural heritage and then cultural heritage. In that cultural heritage we saw the architecture, means the style of constructing a particular building. Then we saw the paintings and then we saw the different types of dance forms. Understood? So your homework is today these all are the words. In the textbook you can see their meanings also, isn't it? So these all are the words. You have to write 5 times and by heart their spellings. Understood? So the first word is tradition, that is Tradition. What is meant by tradition, children? Customs and beliefs which are passed down to us. Then architecture, Architecture. What is meant by architecture? Architecture means the style of making and constructing a building. Next is mural. What is meant by mural? Mural means a wall painting. After that, the miniature. What is meant by miniature? Miniature. What is meant by miniature? A representation or image of something in a small size. Mini, small size. That is why that paintings are known as miniature paintings. And mural spelling M-U-R-A-L. Mural means a wall painting. Understood? So children, you have to write these words 5 times in your notebook and you have to by heart their spellings. Even you can by heart the meanings also. Understood? So remaining part of the lesson we will see in the next period, that is music, literature and languages, festivals and other cultural practices. Understood till here everyone? So please children, I request you all complete your homework on time, solve the worksheets, solve the assignments, and after watching the video you have to give presentee. You know this thing, no? So how you are giving your presentee? In the comment box you are writing your name. But children, sometimes some students by mistake they are writing only first name. So please don't do that. Write down your full name, that is otherwise first name and last name, and please don't forget to mention your division, your current division. Current means now this month or this year you are in the 4th standard. So you have to mention the 4th standard. By mistaken someone is writing 3rd standard also. So please don't do that. Avoid this all things. Write down your first name and surname and then write down the current year's standard and division. If you don't know your division, please open your Prism portal. There you can see in which division you are. Understood children? Yes, very good. Now everyone, please stay home, take care of yourself and your family. Thank you. Bye.